My name is Ethan Harper, and I live in a quiet suburb outside Columbus, Ohio. Old houses line the street, few new ones. I bought my 2-story place cheap after my divorce. The basement was always musty, full of boxes from my ex I never opened. I work nights at a warehouse, so I sleep in during the day and tinker down there in the evenings, fixing old radios or whatever. This started last fall. Leaves were piling up, and I kept saying I'd rake them. One night around 2 a.m., I was upstairs watching some dumb rerun when I heard a faint scraping from below, like nails on wood or a chair sliding slow. My dog Buster, a shelter mutt, perked up and whined. I shrugged it off as the house settling, old pipes. Houses make noises, right? But Buster stared at the basement door and wouldn't settle. Next morning I went down to check. The stairs creak bad when it's cold. Down there, the workbench, shelves, and the old fridge looked normal, but one box was moved, shifted like someone bumped it. I blamed Buster or mice. That night the scraping came back, louder. I paused the TV, listened. It stopped when I got up. Buster growled, hair up on his back. I grabbed a flashlight with weak batteries and went down. Halfway on the stairs I thought I heard breathing, heavy, near. I told myself it was the wind through the little window. I flashed the light, only shadows and dusty boxes. I moved things, found crumbs near the fridge. I don't eat down there. Weird. I swept them up, closed and locked the door. Felt silly. A few days later I came home early. The kitchen smelled like wet dirt. Buster wouldn't go near the basement door and paced. I made a peanut butter sandwich and then heard a clear thump below, like something dropped. My heart beat faster, but I told myself to be smart. I took my phone as a light and unlocked the door, slow. Down the stairs, the fridge door was open a crack. I know I shut it. Inside, a half-eaten apple browning at the edges. Not mine. I don't buy apples. I froze. Then, I heard a soft shuffle behind the boxes, feet on concrete. I backed up and tripped over a loose tool, banged my knee, cursed, scrambled upstairs, shut the door, and pushed a chair under the knob. That night I couldn't sleep. Around midnight, the scraping started again, and then whispers, like a voice under breath. Buster barked once and hid under the bed. I called my buddy Mark, who lives nearby. He laughed and said get traps for rats. So I bought traps and set them. While checking the window and setting traps, I found a scrap of cloth under the bench. Torn shirt sleeve, dirty and sweaty. Not mine. Things got worse. I woke to slow footsteps below some nights. Buster stopped eating and kept staring at the floor like he could see something I couldn't. One evening the power flickered while I was making dinner and the basement light stayed on. Through the door crack I saw a shadow move quick across the wall, tall and hunched. I slammed the door, panicked, and called the non-emergency line. They said without proof there wasn't much they could do. Check for squatters, an officer said, like it was simple. I decided to go down at dawn with a bat, searched every corner. Behind the boiler I found a nest, blanket scraps, food wrappers, my missing chips bag, and a knife rusty but sharp. Then a notebook with scribbled pages, dates, my work times, notes about what I ate. He sleeps late, it said. My skin crawled. I grabbed it and ran up, locked everything, and called the cops again. They came, searched, and found nothing fresh. Said maybe a homeless guy got in, but the window was intact and the door had been locked. They dusted the notebook for prints, no matches, and told me to change locks. I did. That night the power went out. In the dark I heard the stairs creak slow, like someone climbing. The door handle jiggled. I pushed furniture against the door and whispered 911. Cops searched and found no one, but the chair I'd wedged under the knob was moved aside, from inside. I stayed with Mark for a week. When I went back, the house looked empty. The basement was cleaned, too clean, like someone had wiped dust. On the fridge a note, missed you, police said prank. I sold the house a few weeks later because I couldn't stay. I thought moving would end it, but sometimes at night I hear scraping in my new apartment. Maybe I'm paranoid. Maybe someone followed me. Maybe it's nothing, but Buster still stares at the floor sometimes, and when I open my coat pocket, I sometimes find my car keys in a coat I never used, keys that fit my truck. I can't explain that either, and I can't sleep like I used to.